Good morning. How's everyone doing today? Yeah, it's another day in the metro and it does feel like I'm still in my quarantine because I'm not really allowed to go out. At the moment, because of COVID, I live with my parents and I just want to stay safe. My parents are over 70 and of course they're the vulnerable ones, even myself included, because even if you have double vaccine, you still have the chance of getting it. And so this little one already wants to go out. He wants to go out for his potty pee. And before I like to start my day, I am gonna meditate because I've been feeling a little bit like cooped up. It's not very easy living in the city because you don't get to walk outside that much. There isn't much nature around where I live, so I live in a village and so everything is just really enclosed. So I'm gonna meditate and I'll see you in a while. Let's go meditate and then let's start our day because it's a beautiful day today. Wow, that meditation felt so great. Honestly, it does make you feel so much lighter and you feel more reassured that everything is gonna be okay. But for now, let's start our day, and of course we want to make our bed. So they say that if you make your bed, you feel more organized, so everything looks neater, and that definitely sets the tone for the rest of the day. It's really cute because as I'm meditating and fixing my bed, the little one is just so patiently there waiting for him to be taken out for a walk. He knows when I tell him to wait. He actually doesn't do anything. He stays in his little throne and he does sleep beside me in bed so that I have a companion. I do have trouble sleeping at night. I actually have anxiety sometimes, so I was diagnosed with a therapy dog, and so that's him, and everywhere I go, he comes along with me. So I do wish I didn't have anxiety, but it just happened during the past year and a half. So yeah, I think during these times, things will start to pop up that weren't necessarily there or that were masked because of a lot of activities before COVID, but when you're with yourself, there are some things that will definitely surface. So without further ado, let us begin the day. So check out my basil seeds. I know they're so small, but outside you can see that some of them are already growing. So this one has been around for about a week and it's been raining and the sun isn't so great right now. That's why the rest of them aren't doing so great, but you can see there are already 4 leaves starting to develop. And all of these containers that I use are all recycled. Even the bars are all recycled. So I am very heavy on preserving Mother Nature and the environment. So I do like to do things that are sustainable. But also I do like to plant and try to grow our own food because that's also part of sustainability as well. So welcome to my urban jungle. Over there you'll see some oregano. And this one is rosemary. And so what I wanted to show you today was how did I get these seeds to become such beautiful babies over there. So I'm gonna show you how I germinated them. It's very, very easy. Alright, and here we are. Come and join me in my very messy table. But because it's so full, I don't think I'll be able to work there. So I'm gonna germinate the seeds over in my very dusty couch. Yeah, have a look at my other urban garden. This is all facing south because you know that south gets the most sunlight. So I did try putting these plants on the other side of the window and they did not grow at all. And for me, it kind of hurts not seeing the plants have any progress. So I do have to maximize these windows. So here they are. So these are all so tiny. I don't know if you can see them. They're very, very tiny. I just put that yesterday. And these are the rest of my plants. These are my basil. They're not growing as fast because again, the weather isn't so great. But there's my rosemary over there. And these guys are looking good at least. There's some progress. You see, progress is good. So right now, let's get to germinating. And again, all of those containers are all 100% recycled. So let's do it. Guess who decided to join us? This little poopy who wants to watch us germinate some seeds. Right, so first thing you want to do, get your box of tissue, or actually any Kleenex that you have, or even toilet paper is alright. Put that there. So if you're making tipid, it might seem such a small thing, but yeah, you could also split it. And then put the tissue there. So, and then if you have a spray bottle like this, you could just spray it like that. Otherwise, you could just drop some water in it until the tissue is properly moist. Right, for a closer view, this is how it looks like. So what you want to do is just make sure that the tissue is wet, properly wet. And if you notice, I am using a clear plastic container. Again, I'm really not an expert at germinating or planting in general. I just learned all of this online as well. Yeah, the clear container seems to be working all right. I did try another type of container. It was a bit thicker. And for some reason, the seeds did not germinate as well. So if anyone can tell me the reason for that, I'm sure there's a reason behind it. But in general, yeah, they should be able to germinate. And here you have the seeds. So, whoops. So yeah, if you really wanted to take your time with this, you could distribute them individually. So there, just make sure that they have space apart, like gaps apart, so that when they start to grow, yeah, there'll be roots. There'll be space for the roots, and you can pick them up easily or pull them out easily. It's starting to look a little bit like watermelon. But yeah, so just continue doing this, and let me show you the result of how that looks like. So I'm pretty excited because I don't know if you've even noticed this, but these are the seeds that have been germinating. Okay, so this is a recycled container again off a burger, but look, oh my gosh. So you see what I mean by making sure that the seeds have gaps. It's so that when they germinate, you will pull them like so, like this. And you just want to make sure that the roots don't get tangled up in other roots. And there you go. I'm gonna be planting that in a while, but that's how it looks. Isn't that great? But let me show you this other one. So my success rate here for some reason isn't so great. I'm not sure if the containers just do, like it, the air evaporated so fast. If you notice, the tissue is a bit dry. But yeah, you see some of the seeds that didn't germinate. So I think I'm gonna leave this for another day. And then hopefully they start to look better. Right, so I'm almost done with these, but if you look closer, you can see they're starting to form some, I don't know, gel-like thing around it. So that's good. Oh, I really don't know the explanation behind that, but yeah, it forms like this coating, and then you know that it's gonna start to germinate. So I leave these guys for about 3 to 4 days, and then I start planting them. And in case you're wondering where I store this, I just put it beside the window, but I was told even if you put this in a dark room or anywhere, they will germinate because I think it's got like energy inside the seeds, so it doesn't really require sunlight. But in my case, I just make sure that they are properly moist like that, and I put them just close enough to a window or by a window. I think mentally for me, I feel like they need some sunlight, but again, I was told that they don't need sunlight. So for me, this is so therapeutic. I know some people that'll just sprinkle them, but I'm kind of OC. I like everything neat and organized. And I'm just gonna add a little bit more of these seeds. Also, the germinating rate is never 100%, so don't feel bad if some of them don't flourish or they won't germinate at all. It's just how it is. And in a while, I'm actually gonna show you that some of the seeds that I planted yesterday, they're not looking so great today. Again, is you're trying to germinate all of this. Not all of them will germinate, and then when you plant them, not all of them will survive. So never ever lose faith. Always have hope and be positive, because I know some people who have gotten discouraged, thinking, oh, they don't have a green thumb, but really it's just a lot of trial and error, and just keep on trying until you succeed. Oh, succeed, like succeed, S-E-E-D. Succeed. But true that, huh? So if you also notice, I'm putting the seeds all the way to the edge. Nature is so amazing and wonderful that even if you're trying to let these guys balance on the side, they will find a way to survive. The roots will just cling on to the tissue, and before you know it, after 3 days, you'll see that they are like just really trying to live and survive. So yeah, just put them around the side as well. Make sure that they have space. But this is really incredible. This is actually my favorite bit, is trying to put them on the side, because it's just fun seeing them balance and grow. Ta-da! And there they are. So it can seem very tempting to just germinate a lot of seeds all at once, but trust me, I used to do that, and there was so much pressure happening because you're rushing to get all the soil in the pots, and then you want to make sure that they get transferred right away. And all of this should be really fun. It's something you should enjoy, not get pressured to like make sure that all your seedlings survive. So for me, I do them every other day. So if I germinate today, I'll germinate after 2 days, and so every other day I have new seedlings to transplant. So yeah, this one yesterday was filled with these guys, and it doesn't look like any of them survived, which is a bit discouraging. There's one little bit there, I don't know if you can see that, but this one had, oh, there's another one there, but this one had like really good seedlings, and I really don't know why they did not make it. I'm not sure if it's because this part here doesn't get enough sunlight, but if you look at the contrast here, these guys are doing actually okay. So I don't really know if like there's such a contrast of no sun versus sun, or could it be my container? I am using the same soil, so a lot of this is yeah, you just really don't know, so you just gotta keep on trying and trying. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to transplant, well, I'm gonna put that there, and I'm gonna try another window to see if they survive. So let's keep on planting. I'm absolutely enjoying this. For me, it's very therapeutic, and also it's rewarding when you get to make pesto. So So I like to wet the soil first. And the soil that I'm using is a combination of vermicast, it's got cocoa peat, and you just want to make sure you have good soil. I know there's been a lot of debates online or just wherever saying, oh, you don't need good soil, but trust me, the soil makes a big difference. If you do want to see your seeds grow or your seedlings blossom really quickly, then you will need good soil. So here we are, I'm just pulling them off nice and gently like that. Oops, this one's a bit, there you go. I have to get back to that one. The roots are really clinging so well. So again, you just want to make sure they're not close to each other. So this one I was struggling to pull out. Look at that root. Really wanting to cling on. So perhaps, I think the reason why they did not survive here, it's possible that I germinated too soon. Maybe I should leave these guys for another day. Sometimes when you leave the seedlings here, you'll see the leaves start to open. These guys are still closed. But with my experience, they did survive the other day. Again, it's like the perfect combination of sunlight, soil, all of those factors. So I'm just gonna pull a couple, and just so that the survival rate, you know, if one doesn't make it, at least I know the others will. And maybe I will leave these guys for another day. And then spray it again, give them some water. But I think some of these roots are going brown, so I will get the ones with brown roots. And then, yeah, I'll see them tomorrow. So I did put the plants outside, and we'll see how that one turned out. So if they're doing much better outside the gate versus the one here, there's a possibility I might stop putting them here and then just transferring all of them outside downstairs. So again, what you want to do is to make a little hole and then put this inside there and then wrap it up like that. So that's like their new little house. Isn't that so cute? Hopefully that one makes it, and then just do the same for the rest. Sorry about that. There's actually a hole. I'm too heavy for my own chair. So yeah, look at that. You just make a hole there, put them inside. This is absolutely so therapeutic for me. These are like your little babies. You want to make sure that they survive, that they thrive. More than survive, they thrive. Now, some people might think that they are being planted too close to each other, and they are actually. But one thing I have to point out is that this is my third attempt. So they say 3 is a charm. This time, these babies better make it, because yeah, I don't know. When I plant them in these pots, they don't seem to survive. Well, it's not really a pot, it's like a recycled container. So what I'm gonna do is put this container in another window and see if they will make it there. Perhaps there might be more sunlight in the other window. I know some people might use tweezers as well to pick them up, but for me, I don't mind getting my hands dirty. In fact, that's part of the fun. So just get your hands all soiled up and then just wash your hands later. Cute little seedlings, my children of the basil field. Okay, almost done. Alright, so that's done. I'm just gonna give these guys a gentle sprinkle of water. At the same time, I'm also actually washing my hands. Ooh, I see. One that didn't get germinate. Oop, that one that didn't get planted. I don't know if you can see the basil, but yeah, there they are. It really looks like they're blending in the soil, but they will blossom. Fingers crossed. Okay, so this is actually my secret room. For some reason, every single plant that I put outside here have made it. So if this time this pot doesn't survive, I really will get rid of it. But look at my success rate. They're all looking so amazing. So I'm gonna put this here and wait for a day or two and really just pray to the high heavens that this pot makes it. Here. Oh my gosh. Look at this. So I'm struggling to get this pot to fit outside. It really is a matter of like finding out the best way to do it. I have to take out some containers first. So this is kind of what urban and gardening is. It's just really finding ways to make sure everything fits. So there you have it. So I actually rarely use root enhancers, but I bought this already, so I might as well just give it a go. I put a little bit here, and then